This month, it's all about babies at the ranch. To help us learn more this month, we've got our resident veterinarian, Stephen.
G'day, I'm Dr. Momburg, the new veterinarian here. So yeah, we've had some recent births recently. So yeah, we're going to check out a few babies in the next month and hopefully you guys can learn a lot more about them.
So today we're going to be talking a little bit about baby giraffes as well as Miss Arrow. So Miss Arrow was born about 125 pounds, maybe a little bit more. And giraffes when they're born are about 6 feet tall.
So giraffes have quite a long fall. It's about 1.5 meters that they fall to the ground, and then yeah, they have to get up immediately to start walking, otherwise they fall behind. And like in the wild, they have to get up and walking quite quickly, otherwise predators can get them. So it's very important for them to be active and walking very soon after birth.
So it's not always the case that a giraffe is an excellent mother, and that was the case for Miss Arrow. So we've actually hand raised her. But typically after a giraffe is born, they're going to stay with their mom and they're going to stay really close by, because mama is going to be the one that's going to protect them in the wild, and then they will nurse frequently. So we've been very fortunate that we've been able to find a solution when we do have to bottle raise a baby giraffe. And so typically they start out about 1 to 2 bottles a day. But as time goes on, we eventually got her to where she had 3 64-ounce bottles in the morning and 3 in the evening.
So giraffes are actually born with a pattern specific to that individual. So when they're born, they already have their pattern. And that's each giraffe has their own specific pattern that you can identify them with. And regarding their, what some people call horns, but it's actually ossicones, they are born with them, but they're not attached. And moms can actually lick those ossicones, and then later on they will attach and grow as they get older.
So anytime that you come and visit us at the Wildlife Ranch, you'll be able to meet our giraffes, but you can also book a private behind-the-scenes tour, and you'll get to get up close and personal with our giraffes and watch them interact with you as well. All right, everybody, it's time for a pop quiz. We're going to ask you guys, how much did baby Arrow weigh when she was born? Is it A, 50 pounds, B, 125 pounds, or C, 200 pounds? If you guessed B, you're correct. Arrow was born about 125 pounds. So right now we're going to be here with our Brazzas, and we actually welcomed a more recent addition, Rondo. Rondo is about a few months old, and he is now little brother to our previous Brazza baby, Rafiki. It's been pretty fun to get to watch their different personalities. Rafiki was a lot more mischievous than the new little guy is, but mamas have a very, very strong maternal instinct. Anytime she hears a baby cry, if it's not already immediately latched onto mom, she goes and runs over and scoops it up right away. So when a Brazza baby is first born, they're just at around 1 pound, but as they get older, the males can reach up to about 15 pounds and the females around 8 pounds. So they are personally one of my favorites because they do have a lot of personality. Even the little guys, they love to run over on the flat surfaces and stomp their feet. And it's been really fun to watch as they grow. That beard comes in as well. So our female Brazzas are actually going to have that beard as well. So some can say that they are the original bearded lady. So even whenever our babies are born, they have an incredible grip on those mamas. So anytime mama is swinging around, our Brazzas in the wild are going to be tree dwellers. So they're constantly climbing from different trees and staying in high elevated surfaces, but that baby knows to latch on the entire time.
Time for your next pop quiz. Who can tell us at what weight baby Brazzas are born? Is it A, about 1 pound, B, about 5 pounds, or C, half a pound? If you guessed A, you're correct, about a pound.
So let's talk about sables.
Or what they call in Afrikaans, swart met pens, which means black with a white belly.
So currently right now we have 3 new calves out here.
When they're born, they actually like a different color than the adults. They actually like this light brown color that we can see here, where the adults are black. And that is because their mothers hide their young babies. So when they go out feeding, they hide their babies and then they can come back. But they also do form these creches, or like kindergartens, whereby all the babies are herded in one place, and then there's 1 or 2 animals that normally protect them.
I think one of the coolest things to witness out here is that even though these animals have been born in captivity, they still have really strong maternal instincts, and they're very, very protective. Even when they're leaving those young several feet away from them, they're always paying attention, and then their body language is showing that. And so if another animal comes near it, mama is up and alert and ready to protect.
So they use their horns to protect these babies, and as you can see, their horns are angled towards the back. They use their horns in a scooping motion. Baby sable are born weighing about 30 pounds and light brown in color, and when they get older they can weigh more than 500 pounds.
Pop quiz, true or false? A sable antelope baby is the same color they are when they're adults. If you said false, you would be correct. Sable antelope are a lighter color brown to blend in with nature more easily, and then they'll slowly darken as they age.
It's rhino time. This is Rudy here. He was born at about 125 pounds. He's getting close to 1,000 pounds now. He's almost 7 months old. What's interesting is the difference between white and black rhinos is Rudy is a white rhino, and normally they're found in front of their mothers. Black rhinos tend to be in the wild behind their mothers. The exact reason for that is not clearly known, but it's certainly seen quite a lot. We just recently added the male in this pen here again, and Gertie is actually shielding Rudy from the male that's just standing over there. And yeah, rhinos are very, very protective over their calves. So Rudy will be nursing on his mom for anywhere between 12 and 18 months, and in the wild it's quite close to 18 months, and then they will stay with their mothers for about 2 to 3 years, but they will start eating grass as early as a week or 2 weeks. Rudy will be separated over the next 10 months or so into another pen, because otherwise Kutu might find him as a threat or intimidated by Rudy, and then they can be fighting, so we want to try and avoid that. So rhino calves are actually born without any horns, and later in life there's horns starting to grow, and a big adult the horn can weigh up to 20 pounds. These rhinos are poached for their horn, and they mostly use as either a status symbol or as a medicine. One of the ways to counteract these poaching efforts is to dehorn these rhinos. And rhino horn are like our nails, they grow back. So you can safely dehorn these rhinos, and then their horns will grow back. Dehorning is one of many ways that people are currently trying to mitigating these risks to avoid poaching. And by dehorning these animals and using these other strategies, you're basically trying to increase the risk for the poacher, but decreasing the reward. But of course, these guys here in Texas get to keep their horns.
All right guys, time for a pop quiz about our rhinos. Whenever a baby rhino is born, how big is their horn? Is it A, 5 pounds, B, 2 pounds, or C, they do not start out with a horn? If you guess C, you're right. Baby rhinos are born hornless.
Thanks for tuning in this month. We talked a lot about babies, and I hope you learned a lot.
Be sure to stay tuned for next month when you hear all about giraffes.